A Blues Music Guide. Blues Info. Blues is a music genre that originated in the deep south of the United States around the 1860s. Blues is about a mood of spirituals, work songs, chants and simple ballads from early American black folk. The blues form is in jazz, rhythm and blues and rock and roll. The music itself is characterized by the call and response pattern, the blues scale and specific chord progressions, of which the 12-bar blues is the most common. Blue notes, or worried notes, usually thirds, fifths, or sevenths flattened in pitch, are also a part of the sound. Blues shuffles or walking bass reinforce the repetitive effect known as the groove. Early traditional blues verses consisted of a single line repeated 4 times. The most common current structure is the epub pattern, consisting of a line sung over the 4 first bars, its repetition over the next 4 and then a longer concluding line over the last bars. Early blues took the form of sad stories or sad songs about life. The origins of the blues are related to the religious music of the African American Church. The first publication of blues sheet music was in 1908. Blues subgenres include country blues, Delta blues and Piedmont blues, urban blues, Chicago blues and West Coast blues. World War II marked the transition from acoustic to electric blues. The development of blues paralleled the alcohol bar culture in the U.S. Blues singers voice their personal woes in a world of harsh reality. Alison Morissette's music is as melancholy as it gets. Would that be considered blues? Chapter 1. Blues Music Websites 1. An article on the blues at thoughtco.com/rhythm-and-blues-4132883. Article about the blues. Blues music websites at cully.org/en/arts/music/styles/b/blues. Subcategories. Agents and managers. Blues societies. Clubs. Education. Fan pages. History. Image galleries. Instruments. Lyrics. Magazines and e-zines. News groups and mailing lists. Radio. Record labels. Regional. Reviews. Sound files. Web rings. Blues.org, The Blues Foundation. BigRoadBlues.com, Big Road Blues. Blueslinks.tripod.com, The Blues Directory. BluesOnStage.com, Blues on Stage. BluesParadise.com, Blues Paradise. BluesMovers.com, Blues Movers. ChamberBlues.com, Corky Siegel's Chamber Blues. DeltaBluesMuseum.org, The Delta Blues Museum. EarlyBlues.com, Early Blues website. Folklib.net/index/blues.html, Folklib index, acoustic blues artists. Bluesandviews.com, New Zealand Blues and Views. Blues organizations at musicamounts.org/styles/blues. bham.net/blues, Alabama Blues Society, Magic City Blues Society. ArkansasRiverBlues.org, Arkansas River Blues Society. Site includes a history of the blues and a blues discussion board. AtlantaBlues.org, Atlanta Blues Society, dedicated to keeping the blues alive in Atlanta and the Southeast. MojoWorkin.com, Baltimore Blues Society, dedicated to the preservation and promotion of America's native musical art form, the blues. BTRBlues.com, Baton Rouge Blues, music site for and about blues music in the Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Southern Delta region. BilltownBlues.org, Billtown Blues Association, North Central Pennsylvania. BaseQ.tripod.com, Blues Associations of Southeast Queensland, in Australia. BluesBankCollective.org, Blues Bank Collective, dedicated to uniting blues fans in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. BluesMusicAssociation.org, Blues Music Association, the not-for-profit trade association for music to enlarge the public image of blues music. WNYBlues.com, Blues Society of Western New York, site includes listings of member bands, member clubs, and an event calendar. CapeFearBlues.com, Blues Society of the Lower Cape Fear, home of the BSLCF, the Cape Fear Blues Festival and the weekly Cape Fear Blues Jam. Bluesgroup.com, bluesgroup.com, the Omaha Blues Society official calendar, news and message center. bostonblues.com, Boston Blues Society, official website of the Boston Blues Society. bucksbluessociety.com, Bucks County Blues Society, Pennsylvania not-for-profit corporation founded in 1977 and dedicated to the presentation and preservation of Black American blues traditions. CascadeBlues.org, Cascade Blues Association, a non-profit organization dedicated to preserving and promoting blues music in the Great Northwest. CIBS.org, Central Iowa Blues Society, keeping the blues alive in the Midwest and beyond through appreciation and education since 1992. CarolinaBlues.com, Charlotte Blues Society, organization information and event listings. COBlues.com, Colorado Blues Society, dedicated to advancing the blues in Colorado. ColsBluesAlliance.org, Columbus Blues Alliance, the Columbus Blues Alliance, is a non-profit organization, formed to promote various styles of blues music in Central Ohio. hem.passagen.se/blues, Crossroads Blues Society, in Sweden. dcblues.org, DC Blues Society. mamuti.com/Edinburgh Bluesco, Edinburgh Blues Collective, blues from the capital of Scotland. foxvalleyblues.org, Fox Valley Blues Society, Oswego, Illinois. blues.co.nz, Hamilton Blues Society, news from around the world, interviews and articles, plus profiles of New Zealand blues artists. hornby-blues.bc.ca, Hornby Island Blues Society, promoting Canadian blues musicians through workshops and concerts. HoustonBluesSociety.org, Houston Blues Society, dedicated to the study, research, and preservation of the blues culture and music with a focus on the musical styles unique to the Texas Gulf Coast. KVBA.org, Kalamazoo Valley Blues Association. go.to/Kopparbergsblues, Kopparbergs Bluesförening, although one of Sweden's smallest communities, we have one of Sweden's largest blues societies. LCBS.org, Lynn County Blues Society, Lynn County Blues Society, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. LCBS. mbBlues.mb.ca, Manitoba Blues Society. ausis.com.au/mbas, Melbourne Blues Appreciation Society. The site of this Australian society includes a concert guide, events, and radio shows. gabluessociety.com, Middle Georgia Blues Society. We are striving to preserve a treasured music form and keep it alive by presenting it all the people. bluessociety.net/mbbs, Myrtle Beach Blues Society, the official website for this South Carolina blues organization. nachlblues.org, Natural Blues Network, Norfolk, Virginia. New York Blues Society.org, New York Blues Society, supporting, promoting, and educating NYC with the latest information in the blues music community. nmbs.org, Northern Michigan Blues Society. phoenixblues.org, Phoenix Blues Society. piedmontblues.com, Piedmont Blues Preservation Society, Piedmont, North Carolina. rivercityblues.com, River City Blues Society, Peoria, Illinois, home of the River City Blues Society in Peoria, Illinois. sanantonioblues.com, San Antonio Blues Society, San Antonio, Texas. blues101.org, Scranton/Wilkes-Barre Blues Association, charity music organization in Northeast PA. shasta.com/blues, Shasta Blues Society, Redding, California. blueslab.com, Sir Charles Blues Lab, a non-profit organization, providing young people with musical instruments and cultural experiences in the tradition of American blues music. bjfm.org, the Blues, Jazz and Folk Music Society, Mid-Ohio Valley. bottleneckblues.co.uk, the Bottleneck Blues Club, Kent and SE, England. ounceblues.net/lbc, the Launceston Blues Club in Tasmania, Australia. timesunion.com/communities/nebs, the Northeast Blues Society, features group based in the Albany, New York area. torontobluessociety.com, Toronto Blues Society. tucsonblues.org, Tucson Blues Society, keeping the blues alive in Arizona. wablues.org, Washington Blues Society. Blues magazines at musicammounts.org/styles/blues/magazines_and_e-zines/links. bluesworld.com/78Q4,78 quarterly, blues magazine about 78's records. backtotheroots.be, Back to the Roots, Belgian blues magazine. bigroadblues.com, Big Road Blues, all things blues, news, biographies, lessons, forums, and reviews, covering blues harp, bottleneck and slide, blues piano and guitar. bluespeak.com, Bluespeak, monthly blues magazine, offers reviews, features, archives, and contact information. bluesandsoul.co.uk, Blues and Soul, British magazine. bluesaccess.com, Blues Access Online. bluenight.com/bluesbites, Bluesbites, a monthly online magazine of blues CD reviews. bluesmusicnow.com, Blues Music Now, Blues Music e-zine provides the latest news and reviews about blues and soul artists. bluesreview.com, Blues Review magazine, the world's largest blues publication. speakeasy.org/blues2do, Blues to Dose, focusing on the Northwest. bluesguitar.cc, variety of information about the blues guitar, the instrument, artist interviews, area festivals, and more. deltasnake.com, Delta Snake Daily Blues, a daily newspaper for the blues, with articles, reviews, news and new links. folkandbluesnews.com, Folk and Blues News, internet magazine for folk and blues music fans, featuring record reviews, concert and festival reviews, interviews, press releases and feature articles. jazz-blues.com, Jazz and Blues Report, artist biographies and album reviews. jeffersonbluesmag.com, Jefferson Blues Magazine, named after legendary Texas bluesman Blind Lemon Jefferson, this Scandinavian blues magazine. bluesworld.com/jukeblues.html, Juke Blues, Blues and Rhythm and Blues magazine, featuring articles, interviews, news, reviews, gig guide, and photos of classic American blues artist. jumpandjive.com, jumpandjive.com, a German rhythm and blues internet magazine. livingblues.com, Living Blues, published by the Center for the Study of Southern Culture at the University of Mississippi. angelfire.com/oh/blueagery, Midnight Blues Cyberzine. satchmo.com/nolavl/nomusic.html, New Orleans Music News, New Orleans Music News, concert listings, artist biographies, audio clips, and music shopping. offbeat.com, Offbeat Magazine, New Orleans and Louisiana Music and Entertainment Monthly. realbluesmagazine.com, Real Blues Magazine, North America's guide for the connoisseur of blues music. rhythmcitymag.com, Rhythm City, a blues magazine from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. rockandbluesnews.com, Rock and Blues News, bi-monthly high-quality magazine celebrating the working performers from the golden age of rock and roll, doo-wop, rockabilly and blues. southwestblues.com, Southwest Blues Magazine, signed and unsigned blues artist reviews, live events calendar, and more. mudcat.org, the Mudcat Cafe. The Mudcat Cafe and the Digital Tradition are dedicated to the preservation and appreciation of blues and folk music. VJMS-JAZZ-AND-BLUES-MART.com, VJM's Jazz and Blues Mart, a leading jazz and blues record trading magazine. Bluesee.de, Bluesee.de, German online blues magazine with daily news, reviews, lyrics, and MP3s. Chapter 2. Blues Music Websites 2. Blues Websites 1. bluesworld.com. Mudcat.org, The Mudcat Cafe, a magazine dedicated to blues and folk music. moodyblues.co.uk. acousticsouNDS.com. andyandersonmusic.com. AppalachiBluesSociety.org. AustralianBluesFestival.com.au. BelaStreet.com, Birth of the Blues. BigRoadBlues.com. BlueBeatMusic.com. Blues.net. Blues.org, The Blues Foundation. BluesAccess.com. BluesandSoul.com. BluesCruisany.com. BLUES-FEST.com. BluesFestivalGuide.com. BluesForPeace.com. BluesForPeace.com. BluesHarp.ca. BluesintheBerg.org. BLUES-LINK.com. BluesLinks.nl. BluesMusicNow.com. BluesNet.hub.org. BluesNoir.com. BluesPlanet.com. BluesStation.net. BluesterMmusic.com. BluesWax.com. Blues websites too. ChristianBlues.net. ElectricBlues.com. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/blues. festivalfinder.com/blues/blues.html. greatblues.com. hob.com, House of Blues. honkytonks.org. jazzandyblues.blogspot.com. northernblues.com. pbs.org/theblues/classroom.html. rhythmandtheblues.org.uk. texasbluesmusic.com. tokyo-blues.com. torontobluessociety.com. Acoustic blues music websites. acousticbluesmessage.com. acousticguitar.com. acousticguitarworkshop.com. acoustic-music.de/english. acousticmusic.net. acousticmusicrevival.com. acousticsisscience.com. acousticsouNDS.com. bluebeatmusic.com. blues.org. bluesforpeace.com. bluesstation.net. Chicago Blues websites. 48chicagoBlues.com. bbkingblues.com. bluechicago.com. bluesaccess.com/essential/chicago.html. bluesartstudio.at/neweasyiden/chicago.html. bluesatmidnight.com. bluesexplosion.com. bluesinchicago.com. bluesu.com. chicago.citysearch.com. chicago.travelape.com/nightlife/b-l-u-e-s. chicagobluesangels.com. chicagobluesbar.com. chicagobluesbox.com. chicagobluesfestival.org. chicagobluesmuseum.com. chicagobluesreunion.com. chicagobluestour.com. chicagofests.com/bluesfest/schedule.php. chicagohistory.org. chicagomusicguide.com. chicagopublicradio.org. chicagoreader.com. chicagoredhots.com. chicagotraveler.com/attractions/chicago-blues-festival.html. chipublib.org. choosechicago.com/dining_nightlife.html. cityofchicago.org. gochicago.com/nightlife. Contemporary blues music websites. bluebeatmusic.com. blues.net. blues.org. bluesstation.net. bluestodo.com. downhomemusic.com. dwmmusic.com. efolkmusic.org. Country blues music websites. celticguitarmusic.com. chooseyouriddim.com/music/country_blues.html. cmt.com/music. coolgoose.com. country.mididb.com, cowboylyrics.com, djangomusic.com, docmclean.com, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/country_blues, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/country_music, honkytonks.org, honkytonks.org/showpages/countryblues.hdm, Delta Blues music websites, deltablues.blogspot.com, delta-blues.com, deltablues.net, deltablues.org, deltabluesmuseum.org, deltaboogie.com, deltaculturalcenter.com, deltagrooveproductions.com, deltahaze.com, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/delta_blues, Electric Blues music websites, electricblues.com, electricblues.com/links.html, electricbluesclub.co.uk, en.wikipedia.org/wiki/electric_blues.